Hey guys, I just want to make this video real quick. I haven't posted a video in quite some time, and there's a reason for that. Just recently there's been construction going on in my house, not around my house. Um, and because of it, like there's a bunch of noise. You'll hear kids all the time, so it's almost a little bit hard to make a video, especially since there's like babies around now as well. You'll if they interrupt, I just can't. Whatever happens, like, and if you hear a bunch of kids like playing outside or something, they'll just ruin the video, and or anyways, they'll ruin the sound, so I have to stop recording it, and then I haven't been able to post for the last almost a month now, but it's been 3 weeks. Anyways, onto the point that I wanted to talk about. So since that time, since I last posted, the NES Mini or the NES Classic edition came out. And people are just, I mean, there's something I just want to talk about specifically, and that's the business side of Nintendo. I love Nintendo for the nostalgic memories I have with them and the awesome things they've gave us, the video games and everything. However, I'm not a big fan of their business side, and there's a reason for that. Specifically, this came to light for me during their Wii U period. Um, but even before then, like there's certain things Nintendo does that I just can't stand, and this is evident with the NES Classic. I know people defend it, and they say a bunch of things like, "Oh, Nintendo doing this for this reason" and other things, but I don't think so. This is classic Nintendo. Even Nintendo currently has lots of money, and the big thing is like there's no NES Minis, and it's really hard for you to go to the store and buy a NES Classic edition. They're sold out everywhere, and the thing is, like, what I hate about Nintendo specifically is that they do this on purpose. They've been doing this on purpose since forever, and I know people want to defend it, but I mean, I'm gonna have to say it's bullshit. Like, whatever reason you have, like the main reason they're doing it is just to manipulate the market, to create this hype, release new stories, make people want this even more. But it's annoying. Like, it's like Nintendo's treating the customer base like the customer base that wants the NES Classic Edition aren't little kids. They're people that grew up with this. And you're talking people nearing their 40s now, if they're not already 40 years old. These people, like, they're gonna buy it regardless. Like, and you can buy, like, a clone right now of some NES console, or even the shitty at games Mega Drive system. You can buy that. Like, there's no excuse why Nintendo didn't make a ton of them and put them in stores. Their philosophy that they will sell more from the hype, it might be true, but what they're doing is also breaking the trust with the customer, and that's much worse in my opinion. And for on the business side of everything, it's just you're getting a boost on the short end and then losing a lot in the long term, and it's getting kind of tiresome. And the reason people are going to get tired with this is like they're older now. They've seen this multiple times with Nintendo, and now they're seeing it again. And this is just, there's no excuse. Like, Nintendo already knew the orders from every store. They knew how much they had to give them, and they shorted them on purpose. And they did this with the Wii, and they did it also with the Wii U. I know if you went to Toys R Us, I went to the Toys R Us in Times Square, and they had tons of Wii U's. Yeah, I know. On launch day, they had tons. So, but they did short them as well. They shorted them in the way that if they thought they were gonna sell more, so when you went there, there was like 40 of them just lying there. They thought they would sell all those out, and the main point was, like, if you went to the stores, that they had no deluxe editions. So there were no black Wii U's there. There were only the white Wii U's. And I saw this lady go pick one up, and her boyfriend, husband, or whatever was like, "No, let's go," and she like quickly put it back. Obviously, people didn't want that system. But that's a different video. My whole point and my main rant in this video is that Nintendo keeps doing this, and this is not just strictly a Nintendo thing. This is also like the Japanese businessmen and politicians thing. Like, if you see businessmen and politicians, they seem to not get what the problem is and why people are gonna lose trust with these things. And the reason they lose trust is because they seem to not be aware of the existence of the internet for some reason. People know Nintendo shorted the market. They know that each store that ordered like 100 systems or something got only like two of them. And they knew people were going to go to the stores. And still they did this. And they know, like, back in the 90s, you didn't know that there weren't enough. You actually thought that a lot of people were buying these things. and that's why you thought like they were sold out. But now they're sold out for a reason. Nintendo's not making enough, and that's just bullshit. Like you don't see it that often with other things like an iPhone. Like people want iPhones like crazy. Apple doesn't short them. Like you can usually get them like within the first month if it's sold out. Like you don't have to wait years to get it. Sometimes with the Wii, you have to wait till after Christmas and then maybe close to the summer. I remember I had to do that almost for the to get the N64. I didn't get it till I think March like of 1997. That was like several months since the September 9th release. That's just insane. It's annoying that Nintendo does this. And it makes no sense. And they're just doing it to constantly create hype. And it doesn't help them in any ways. It seems to hurt them, really. And the worst thing is, like, this whole thing now, the internet's there. Like, people know like, stores are ordering tons. It's not this thing that they're gonna lose money because they're sitting on store shelves and they have to buy it back. That doesn't exist anymore. I know this because like back when the Wii U came out, um, I knew a friend of mine bought the system and wanted to return it. I know because me and another friend ordered two. We all got Wii U's, but he didn't want his, so he tried to go to the back to the store, and the store wouldn't take him. Like basically, it was GameStop. I remember this, and they were like, "Ah, screw you guys," basically. And the reason they didn't take them back was because Nintendo didn't want to take it back, and Nintendo didn't want to buy back the systems. So basically, we all got burned on that. Like, so if you wanted to take your system back, you couldn't. Nintendo would have done the exact same thing if the NES Mini didn't sell. They don't like the days of like selling consoles like for Nintendo and then buying them back is not a thing. Like that's why you can go to the store and see like the at games, Sega Genesis or Mega Drive, whatever you want to call it. Like they have tons of them in stores. They don't at all try to short people. And then again, at games doesn't have to buy that shit back because they didn't sell them. That's just bullshit. That doesn't happen. That's not how it works all the time. It only works when the thing's not popular for some reason and the store I mean the company wants to make a risk and they make this contract where they'll buy it back. This doesn't always happen, and it doesn't happen with big companies like Nintendo. It doesn't happen. So it frustrates me to see them do this just for the sole purpose of hyping something up. They're doing it partially also to set sales for the Switch that's coming up. So they have this whole Nintendo craze during the winter, so leading on to March or the March release for the Switch, they're just gonna drive you crazy and try to make you get anything Nintendo. So it's all in the headlines and you constantly see it. But it's annoying because it's just stupid in my opinion because like again it destroys their brand even more. And then people like me or people older people that grew up with the NES or they're just gonna be pissed. They're just gonna generally be pissed. And I really don't get Nintendo why they're doing this. Like it just pisses them off. Like they get to hate Nintendo more and more as time goes on. 40 or 30-year-old men and women don't want to wait. Like they don't want this excuse. They're not gonna get hyped up. Only kids are gonna get hyped up. I even question whether anyone's really that crazily hyped up for this thing. They just want to play the old console, like preferably during Christmas, or initiate their kids into it. Nintendo's not gonna allow that because they want to manipulate the market this way. And I mean, it's really annoying. Before long, people are just gonna move on to some other console system or some other system. Like, I mean, Sony never did this. Sony, although they sold out, they generally, literally sold out of systems. They didn't try to manipulate the market in this way that Nintendo does. Like, you couldn't buy an original Wii for like several months. Like, I remember like 3 years after it was already no longer popular, it was still hard to get, and it's just because Nintendo keeps doing this. Like, I mean, the PlayStation 4 come like February, you could already. I think not even then. I think like even sometime in January, you could have just gone to the store and bought it. The PlayStation 3, the same thing. Like Microsoft does the same thing as well. Like I really don't get why Nintendo does this, and it makes you feel shitty because like their business side again, it's not like customer friendly. Even though they pretend to be customer friendly, it really isn't. Yeah, they make quality products that don't break, but once you get in trouble with those products, it's hell. Like Nintendo doesn't make it easy. Like at least like the only one company that I've seen be nice with this was Microsoft. Not that I'm gonna say like get an Xbox or anything, because that's again another story. Microsoft makes a lot of mistakes as well. But their customer center, like they were the first to give the 3-year warranty and everything for like because they knew they messed up with the system. You wouldn't see that from Sony. And with Nintendo, like the way they treated Wii U owners, like there weren't really any real exclusive games that you were waiting for. They basically dropped that system. I never had seen that from Nintendo. Like Nintendo, I could always trust, and then here comes the Wii U, like, and they just, except for Splatoon, there was basically nothing special about that system. I know for some people they would disagree. They'll say there's tons of special things, but in my opinion, it wasn't because like I played a bunch of those old games on the Wii, like all the Legends of Zelda's. I played the original GameCube one and then the other one, and that was great. But I mean, I didn't buy the system to play HD graphic versions of the same game. They were great, yeah, but that's not what I wanted. I wanted a new Mario. I wanted a new Zelda. I wanted a good Star Fox, and all I got was a shitty like remake of a Star Fox game. And then the Mario was basically just Mario 3D lands. I could have bought the 3DS for it; would have been probably better. Although I didn't play that game, I did love 3D Worlds. I just didn't think it was like the 3D Mario game I wanted. And then besides that, there was basically nothing spectacular about it that I needed to know. I mean, the Mario Kart was good, and the Super Smash Brothers, like, I mean, it was also on the 3DS, and that was good. But again, it was shared. Like, nothing really felt really exclusive. Nothing felt special. That's just my opinion, and I know a lot of people feel really burned because of this. I mean, I can't. I think it's justified. Like, Nintendo didn't try to support this system that much, and it shows what their business tactics kind of are, and in the way they treat the market this way, it's gonna piss off people. And Nintendo really needs to just change this completely. I hope that's what they mean by naming the Nintendo Switch the Switch, that they're completely changing the way they do business. But I really doubt it, seeing how they're still doing it with the NES Mini or NES Classic Edition, whatever. And personally, I just really don't get it. Like, even like people post stuff on the internet and this is out there, like it's almost like they're not paying attention. And this happens a lot with Japanese people as well, like politicians. They'll do things that they think they can, like they'll make backhanded deals, like, and politicians will get in trouble, but they just don't realize that a lot of these things get posted on the internet, and that's why they got in trouble. And Nintendo, in the same way, doesn't seem to realize, like, people are talking on the internet. They know that stores only got certain amounts, and they know there seems to be something here that Nintendo's doing kind of on purpose. I know people are saying like, "Oh, Nintendo lost a lot of money on the Wii U, so they wanna, make less just in case because they don't know if they're gonna sell these." That's again bullshit. Like they already had orders for them. They would have made more money had they sent them all in because the stores would have to pay for them regardless. And people would have bought them eventually too. Like, it's not like it's going to be a huge loss. There's a specific market for them. But I guess, I mean, at the same time, it's genius of them for doing this. But in the modern age, I'd say they gotta watch out, and they also have to watch out when it depends on the market. For the Nintendo Switch, it's very likely this will help them create more hype. But for the NES Classic Edition, it's just gonna piss off the older market that really likes Nintendo, like people in their 40s. Like, again, if I was more impatient, I probably would be super pissed off about this. But I can just wait because I don't really care so much. I want a NES Classic Edition. I'll probably get one day. But again, I'm not gonna go crazy for trying to get one. Like, it's either there or it's not. And I don't see why the hype's so big. Again, people paying $300, I would not do that. There's no reason for that. Like, just buy, if you really want something, just buy one of those clone systems with like thousands of games. Like, there's several of them out there, and they're really cheap. Not that retro whatever thing that people are hyping up on YouTube. That all those are commercials for that shitty console. Like, it's pretty shitty. I mean, I will wait for the NES Classic Edition. That's what I'm gonna do. But in the meantime, if I want to play NES games, there's other ways of doing it. Maybe it's illegal or whatever, but still, there's other ways as well. I'm not gonna suggest you do illegal things, but I mean, this is the best way to emulate the past as well, because it's more than just the console. It's also the controller as well. That's really great. Like, it's the exact same controller. So I mean, yeah. Again, I'll get it when I can, but I'm not gonna run people down just to get it. I'm not really that hyped up for it, and it's just Nintendo is really pissing off people that are like older people that really wanted to show their kids or something the system by doing this. And I know there might be other reasons why they didn't do it, but I'm almost 100% certain that there's only one, and that's they're just trying to create this fake hype by shorting the and by manipulating the market this way, and it just sucks for them. Because people are going to catch on and people are going to get pissed off, and then they're going to go to some other company. It's not going to happen today, might not happen tomorrow, but it will happen eventually, because again, word of mouth is going to keep going. And then how long can people sustain this? Like, how long can Nintendo sustain it? Hopefully for a long time, but again, like, this business tactic needs to change. The modern world is already here, and Nintendo needs to get there because they haven't been. As so you can see it in their marketing. They're not yet in the modern world. They're getting there, but again, they really need to get there quickly. They need to change a lot in order to be the great Nintendo that they used to be. Like in the '90s, they understood the world because it was that time, but continuing that same idea in the modern world and doing it more like isolated, where people are constantly saying like you guys don't seem to be listening to the market. Again, they need to watch out. And I hope Nintendo learns, but we'll see in the future. Anyways, that's everything I want to say. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope to talk to you guys later. I'll probably be posting more videos again this week. Probably around today or tomorrow. I'll post several all at once, and then there might be another break while I figure out my schedule again, and hopefully this construction comes to an end. But I'll keep making these videos. This channel's not gonna die because like it's just for me anyway. So like if you following it, that's great. If you want to subscribe again, great again. Anyways, guys, I hope you have a good day. I'm signing out. Bye.